Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I've got something pretty shocking to share with you today, and I'm not gonna hold back. This is one of those stories that just makes you go, wait, what? How did this happen? And honestly, I think it's important that we all hear about it because it's a real life example of how people can be taken advantage of and how important it is to stay vigilant. I know the title might have caught your attention, but let me break it down for you. We're talking about a South Island couple, Andrew Stewart Jones, 28, and Sepuda Satai Tavave, 38. These two have been charged with $100,000 in fraud, and the details of their case are just wild enough to make you stop and think about how this could happen to anyone. Here's the setup. The couple were arrested and appeared in the Queenstown District Court, where they were remanded in custody by consent. That means they're not going to be out on bail, and they're going to be in custody until their next court appearance on August 25th in the Christchurch District Court. Each of them faces 4 charges of obtaining by deception, and these charges allegedly took place between 2021 and February 2025. That's a pretty long time frame, and it makes me wonder how long this scheme was going on before it was finally caught. Let's talk about the investigation. The Tasman Organized Crime Unit, TOCU, started looking into these two just 2 weeks ago. That might seem quick, but I think it's a sign that the police were really onto something. The couple was living on the West Coast but moved to Wanaka, where they were supposedly living the high life, renting properties, and driving high-end European cars. That's a big contrast from the reality of what they were doing, right? I mean, who would think that someone living in such luxury was actually defrauding people of their hard-earned money? But here's the kicker. The fraud they're accused of was funded by money they got from family, friends, and associates. They supposedly used this money to pay for cancer treatments that were never even needed. That's just heartbreaking. Imagine being in a situation where you're being asked for money for a loved one's treatment and then finding out it was all a scam. That's not just financial loss, that's emotional damage too. And I can only imagine how the victims must feel right now, which is a good sign. But also, he said that ongoing investigations are identifying other potential victims. That means there could be more people out there who were taken advantage of by this couple, and it's really important for those people to come forward and report what happened. I think this is a crucial part of the story because it shows that the police are working to make sure that no one else gets scammed by these two. Let's not forget that these two are already facing criminal charges for fraud-related offenses against 2 other victims, totaling $79,000. These charges were filed back in April 2024. That means this isn't the first time they've been involved in something like this. It's pretty clear that they've been going after people for a while now, and that's just terrifying. It makes me wonder how many more people they've affected without even realizing it. The police are seizing assets to help with reparation and to protect potential victims from further offending. That's a step in the right direction because it shows that the authorities are taking this seriously. But again, it's also a reminder that people need to be careful about who they're giving money to, especially if it's for something as serious as medical treatment. If you think you've been defrauded by these two, the Tasman Organized Crime Unit is urging people to contact them. They're based in Greymouth, and they have a case number of 24-1010-7310. Victims can also report fraud online or by calling 105. And if you gave them your bank details, it's crucial that you contact your bank to suspend your accounts. That's something I think a lot of people might not know, but it's a really important step to take if you suspect you've been scammed. I want to take a moment to talk about how this kind of fraud can happen. It's not just about the people involved, it's about the trust that's been broken. These two were probably close to the people they were scamming, right? That's what makes it even worse. It's not just a random stranger taking your money, it's someone you know, someone you trusted, who turned out to be a scammer. That's just heartbreaking, and it's a reminder that we need to be careful with who we trust, especially when it comes to financial matters, but they're also dealing with the emotional toll of being scammed. It's not just about the cash, it's about the betrayal, the confusion, and the feeling of being taken advantage of. That's something that can really affect a person's mental health, and I think it's something we should all be aware of. This case also shows the importance of having a good support system. If you know someone who might be vulnerable, or if you're in a situation where you're being asked for money for something that seems suspicious, it's important to reach out to someone you can trust. Whether that's a friend, a family member, or even a professional, having someone to talk to can make all the difference. This case is a reminder to always be cautious with your money, especially when it comes to things like medical treatments. If someone is asking for money for a treatment, it's always a good idea to verify the information. That might mean checking with a healthcare provider or even the hospital itself. It's also a good idea to be skeptical of any requests that seem too good to be true or that come out of nowhere. And it's important to stay informed and to be aware of the signs. That way we can protect ourselves and our loved ones from falling into these traps. This is a really important case that highlights the dangers of fraud and the importance of being vigilant. It's not just about the money, it's about the trust that's been broken and the emotional impact it can have on victims. I hope that this video has helped you understand the severity of the situation and that it's encouraged you to be more cautious with your money and your trust. And if you know someone who might have been scammed, I encourage you to reach out to the Tasman Organized Crime Unit and report it, because the more people who come forward, the better chance we have of bringing these scammers to justice and preventing others from being taken advantage of. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this case in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Until next time, stay safe and stay informed.